Hey guys, back again for another demo and overview. This time we're doing a KR Sabers DS3 hilt. This is basically the Darth Sidious episode 3 hilt, and we'll get right into how to take the chassis out first and then take it from there. So what you're going to want to do is this gold collar here, you're going to grip that and you're going to loosen it and just take this all off as one piece to start. So take that to the side, and you're going to want to grip this gold collar here and remove that as well. That'll come off. At that point, you're going to take your Allen key and you're going to loosen this bit here. Just be ready to catch the brass pommel as it is quite heavy. So just loosen that. Set your key to the side. Make sure you don't lose your hardware. And then remove the brass pommel here. Set that aside as well. You're going to take your finger here, you've got your chassis in the bottom here, and you're just going to slowly push that out the top. Like so. And then chassis will come out. So, this is a 2-button setup installed with a Proffie V2. Takes an 18650 battery, has a kill switch, a 22mm KR Sabers speaker, and a KR Sabers NeoPixel connector here. So for the person this Saber's going to, I have a bunch of these. This is just a Lego brick separator. It's an easy way to get the battery out. You're just going to pry it out of the top like that. And there you go. So positive is closest to the NeoPixel connector. Negative is this leaf spring tab here that's closest to the speaker or the board on the other side. How you're going to place this back in is there's two little tabs here that sort of guide it into place. You're just going to go negative first, get that snug, and then just pop it in. Just like that. So now that you're ready to turn the Saber on, you're going to go ahead and flick the kill switch here. And it has gesture controls. So, to load this into the hilt, you're first going to want to... Let me get the hilt here. You're going to want to put your pommel back on first. So we'll do that now. There is a threaded hole on the hilt and the pommel, so you can just line up your little fastener here and get your Allen key back in place, like so. With your chassis, let me show these side by side. You'll notice that the LEDs correspond to the colored switches here. You're just going to line those up exactly as you see them and slowly slide the chassis in place. There's only one way it goes, so you'll want to pay attention to this. Just slide it down. You'll get to about here. There's a very specific notch cut into the hilt on the inside that lines up with a notch that's basically designed in the chassis as well. So you'll just want to wiggle your way through here until you find that sweet spot. There we go. And then you'll slowly slide that in. Just use the edges here to guide that down until it bottoms out. Next, you're going to place your collar back on. Just be careful not to touch the pins with anything metal. So collar's back on. You're going to take the gold ribbed piece here. You're going to tighten that down. Don't tighten it too far, and I'll tell you why in a second, because we still have the display emitter on here. You don't want that to tighten up on you when you're trying to take it off because it's a pain, so just very carefully remove this. There's only like 2 threads or so here. And now we're ready for the emitter that accepts a blade. So we'll tighten that down. And then before I put the blade in, I'll show this working. And we'll go ahead and pop the blade in. So this is kind of a tight blade socket. You may not need the retention screws. There are 3 that are on the edge here. I didn't need it for the blade that I use, so I'm going to go ahead and use that here. And we'll go ahead and fire this up. So same controls as usual. Green is aux and red is power in this case. So you'll want to hold power to shut it off. tap power to turn it on. Aux does all of the fun stuff like your blaster block, your lockup. Double tap power does your force, and so on.
Darth Sidious.
Has pretty much everything loaded in from Kyberphonic and Kasith here.
It's treason, then.
Oh, sorry. Went through that one a little too fast. This one's just a fun one. Got battle. And back to another Sidious spot.
Sidious.
So pretty fun little hilt, tiny little guy, and I'll be shipping this out tomorrow for my customer.